Okay, welcome to a new episode of Farm Like a Hero, folks. I'm Richard Perkins. Today I'm here with, Hjort-Malmberg of Ulpetorpen in Denmark. It's a microfarm started in 2018 after he just quit his job in the city. At the same time as having his third child, and now produces vegetables and microgreens year-round with the aid of a passive solar greenhouse that's for sale through 2 local markets and through restaurants. So Jess, thanks so much for taking the time to join us today.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome. So you had quite a well-paid job that you sacked in to become a veg farmer. Tell us a bit about your journey into all this.
Yeah, well, it was a bit of a journey. As many people reach out some point in their life where they just need to make a change, or for me it was definitely the children. After we had our second child, I was really starting to think about or be aware of what I was doing, and I was always being into eating healthy and all the vegetables and stuff, and when you know that, Richard, when you have a child, you think about stuff you never thought you would think about.
Sure.
So it started as this way of growing your food for your family and that need, and I felt like a really joy doing it. And I've always been very optimistic, so I've pretty much done what I wanted to do my entire life. And when I was an insurance and finance broker previous to the farm job, and so I always thought I was doing something in sales, and that was my calling or my thing. But it turns out it's just I'm actually not a good salesman. I'm just good with people and relation and all that. And I never thought that farming was the way for me to keep on doing that and connecting with people and in that way. But yeah, to take you from the start, like in 2017, I quit my job without having a plan. That sounds like a good start, right? No, but I was aware enough. I've done like a ton of research on the internet, watched all the videos on YouTube, and read the classic books about market gardening and all that. So I was pretty well informed. But I needed the experience and the practice, because I have zero experience with growing vegetables. I haven't done any my parents have not had a farm, or I haven't had any education in it. So it's pretty much hands-on and just learning down the road. But microgreens was the gateway drug, if you can say that, for me. The other job, alongside the other job I had, I was testing and trying to grow the microgreens, and eventually got good at it, enough for me to sell it. And then I realized this is if you put all your energy into it, I might end up doing it full time. And as I said before, I'm very optimistic, so I believe that with patience and optimism, I can do pretty much whatever I want to do. That was the start of it. So I started 2018 full time. Well, I went full time, even I had a salary, I had a Tesla and all that money and stuff, but I haven't saved any money because I was just spending them. So it was I have the same amount of money now that when I had as I had back then. So it's just so I started basically with nothing in 8. But it was it was a switch for my wife and our kids. Like we turned our life upside down. We sold our house, moved in where we live now with it's actually where I was born with my parents. It's a big house. So we have now reconstructed the house. So we live like 2 families in the same house, but like separated. So with our own access and our own driveway and all that, because that was the way. That was the farm is here, and that was another wish I had, that I wanted to be more with the kids and more at home instead of just driving around and meetings and all that.
Sure.
So it was a step back, like a big step back financially, but like also like we made a lot of sacrifices in order for us to get where we are now. But we were totally on board with it, and it has like rewarded us so much in so many other ways than the financial.
Enriching. That's awesome. And by the looks of it, I mean, just looking through your social media and things, that like you'd never know that you didn't have experience 2 years ago. It looks like the productions are going sweet, no?
Yeah, well, it's well, of course, not all of it is going sweet. You know that it's but yeah, you learn so fast when you do it. Like when you devote all your time to do it, and I knew that like if I wanted to get good at it and make a living of it, I couldn't put my 50% of my energy in the vegetable and 50% in the insurance job. It simply wouldn't work. So I went like 120% on the vegetables from all the microgreens from the get-go, and really just wanted it to make it happen.
It looks like you're producing quite some micros. Like, what's your markets reach? Like, what's the sort of customer base you're able to sell to?
Well, I think I sell 50% is probably microgreens of the total revenue on the farm.
Okay.
Well, I started with the microgreens because I quit my job in November 17, so not a lot of vegetables grow well in Denmark in November. So, but I had success with the microgreens, growing them indoors. So that's why I started with that and got kind of known for it in my little area in Denmark, and people started to realize that people knew about pea shoots and stuff, but it has always been something you ate at a fancy restaurant and stuff. But then I made some salad mixes with the microgreens, and then people saw it as a salad, not just a fancy topping for I'm located nearby the 5th biggest city in Denmark, and it's not that big, I would say, probably compared to some of the viewers. Denmark is a small country. The city I live nearby have around 80,000 people living in it. It's a decent size for a small country like Denmark, but it's, well, in my view, and a little bit still, there's not a lot of, it's not like if you go to Copenhagen or Aarhus or the bigger city in Denmark, there's a trend going on with
more food culture.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like that at all in Esbjerg, where I'm at. But it turns out that when you just start when you show people, like, I grow this organic microgreens, locally grown, fresh, tasty vegetables, people just appeared out of nowhere. It was funny to see how there actually were a lot of customers who wanted that, but it's obvious if they don't have the choice, if they don't have the option of buying stuff like this, well, you never find out if there's a market. Yeah.